Hello, and welcome to this very first, I guess this video cast that I would call On My Way to Work, I suppose, where I discuss some thoughts about culture or whatever pops into my head, or whatever questions people may want me to speak about. What I'll talk about today is, because I'm on my way to work and we have a huddle because it's Wednesday morning, I'd like to talk about this huddle. So what is a huddle, first of all? Well, basically it's a kind of team or company-wide meeting where we discuss any issues that kind of need some input from everybody, get them resolved, get the input out there. We don't always make decisions, a lot of discussions get parked, but it's a good touch base point for the whole company. The idea wasn't mine, actually. One of our employees, one of our people came up with this idea last summer or so quite a while ago, and it's been remarkably successful and remarkably lasting. People have kept on doing this, and it's happened pretty much every week since last summer. And every time, even when we don't have an agenda, it somehow delivers something of value. There's been a few tricks I've had to learn, such as keeping things on topic, because especially now that we have 20 people, it's not exactly very helpful to waste 20 people's time discussing something that can be resolved, or that can only be resolved by 2 people. So you do need somebody who keeps those meetings in check, who keeps them on time, and so keeps the focus on things that actually matter to enough people. But there are some topics where you kind of want everybody to be aware, and you need people to be there physically, or to be present to get the message, or you just need somebody. Well, you just need some communication that needs to happen company-wide, and somehow this very organic process seems to do that, and it's become over time so important that I don't think anybody in the company would want to get rid of it now. So if somebody made a proposal to get rid of the huddle, there'd be instant opposition to it because people see the value in it, which is pretty unusual when you think about it for a meeting, especially a meeting that happens at 9 a.m. There have been some discussions about what the timing of the meeting should be. It used to be 11 a.m. It got moved to 9 a.m. because 11 a.m. turns out to be a very crucial time for people making sales, meeting clients and so on. It's a very productive time. But so it's now shifted at Wednesday morning 9 a.m. and it's working great. It's a great process. We put it in place back when there were about 8-9 people or so, when there started to be some kind of gaps in communication, things that weren't quite getting broadcast properly across the company. I guess one way to see the huddle is as a kind of addition to emailing the whole company, because people don't always read email, but if you combine the emails plus the huddles plus people talking, you actually get information to spread relatively well through the company. I guess one interesting thing to think about is whether this will scale as the company grows. We're now 20. We started this when we were about 8, 9, 10. Will this work when there's 50 of us? I don't know. I think it really depends on the layout of the company, whether we even still have a centralized office at that point. But I guess we'll see. I guess you'll have to check back in a year or two and find out how we're doing at that point. I think that's all I want to say about huddles at this point. So I'll see you next time. Thanks for listening.